And welcome to the Geeks 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. This is Will.
This is Steve.
And Mr. Sean.
Tonight we're reviewing Salem's Lot from yesterday, from 2024. So.
Yesterday.
It is from yesterday, isn't it? Good.
There, let's get the trailer.
It's a long ass trailer. We'll talk throughout.
We'll talk over the trailer.
But
I do have to say that this kid,
terrible.
This kid is awesome. This kid is awesome.
Run away.
All I gotta say.
So
I
when
don't
did you come back?
remember this
I'm here for
movie at
research.
all. The original.
Exactly that way.
I remember scenes from the original, like with the kid outside the window, like let me in, floating and shit. But then I have like, how much of that is Lost Boys that I'm remembering?
Right. That's what I was thinking too. Like I was like, this is a lot. I swear I was thinking of Lost Boys half the time when I was watching this. I'm like, oh, you can't let him in because they didn't invite him in. And, like all this weird shit.
This movie unfortunately dated itself quite a bit because that's Homelander's kid, and in the last season of The Boys, that boy was
Lotto. Yeah,
he had his driver's license and everything. He's a little child in this.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny too because because Jenny wanted to watch the credits because she was hoping something else would happen, and I'm like, what else is gonna happen? I'm like, but then it said 2022 at the very end, and I'm like, holy shit! It took 2 years for them to put this together and take this out. It's like, damn,
that sucks, man. This thing sat on the shelf for 2 years. For what? For yesterday?
Yeah.
In 2024? Okay.
No.
Oh, because I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, this kid could play Miles Morales. Like, I liked him that much, but then I'm like, I don't know what he looks like now. I'm like, he could be 35. I have no idea.
They'll come for us eventually.
It would have been a good Miles Morales, though.
Hey, he still might be. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but
things have gone bad in the lot.
I mean, we see once these kids like turn teenagers, man, they like sprout like crazy.
Yeah.
So that was a cool scene there.
There's a lot of cool scenes in this movie. This
Yeah,
trailer, this trailer does show a lot, but in context, like after you've seen the movie, you're like, oh, it shows a lot. But like, it didn't feel like this trailer spoiled the movie for me by any stretch.
No.
Although that scene right there, I was like, how the?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it happened in the movie, and I was like, oh, that's how he takes care of that.
Yeah. Well, even so, he's only like limping around after that fact. I'm like,
that was
but that.
Like, I mean, I had to fall off a ladder. It was a lot shorter than that. And it was days.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were in pain for quite some time.
Days.
But I guess you were running away from vampires, so I guess you might have been a little different. The adrenaline might be kicking in.
At the end of by probably like the next day, he's going to start feeling all of this. He's going to be like, oh my God.
All right.
Everything hurts so much.
So, Steve, I'll let you start because this seemed like this was kind of your thing.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of Salem's Lot?
Salem's Lot is a remake from a movie that came out in 1979, a movie which I think I've seen, but I don't remember because I watched the trailer for that after this movie, and I don't remember any of it.
And another remake from 2004, right? Wasn't Rob Lowe in one of these?
I don't know. They had a Return to Salem's Lot.
Was that the Return one?
I don't know. I don't even, maybe. So either way, I knew it was a vampire story about a town in Maine, as Stephen King does. So let's give it a shot. The trailer looked cool. I give this movie a hero. I actually really liked it. I liked the characters in it. I thought the vampires looked cool. I thought that the head vampire looked cool. I thought that the little kid, whoever this kid is, was such a great character. I was just cheering for him throughout. He used his fucking brain. I have no moment am I like, why did he do this instead of that? Like, he did the right thing every single time. And he's a kid though, so people don't listen to him, but he's trying. Maybe they're not in the right place, but he's fucking trying to get him to do the right thing. I really liked him a lot. Pullman, he did a great job. Glenn, is it Glenn Pullman? I don't know. Bill Pullman's kid. I thought he did really good. I thought it was. I like the setting. You know, it was like 70s Maine. I do think it's weird that Stephen King always writes like authors or his protagonists, and I thought it was weird the way that they treat him in this movie, where it's like he rolls into town and the cop's like, I'm not going to get any trouble from you. Like, he's an author. Like, what kind of, like, what do you, goddamn. And like the lady's like, I'm going to take my payment up front from you writer types. What the
Well, you know, because he doesn't make any money.
The authors are like the bad boys of society. Get out of here.
And it's Lewis Pullman.
Lewis
I think, wasn't Glenn his Maverick name? Might have
maybe.
been.
Yeah, I just get him confused with Glenn Powell. Either way, I liked it. Hero for me. And maybe I'm just high on it because I watched it yesterday and I had low expectations. But I could be talked down if you guys see so fit. But I'm at a hero right now. Hello?
You know what, Steve? I kind of agree with you. I don't know why this movie's getting hate. Like, it's getting so much hate. I think we were just flipping through YouTube and somebody just wrote, like, this movie sucks or something like that, or this movie's shit. It's not. Like, it's fine. Like, I've seen worse. We've reviewed so much worse. And for me, the highlight, especially, is this kid actor, is Jordan Preston. This kid is awesome. Jordan Preston Carter. He stole
Throughout
the movie.
Throughout the movie.
Yeah, stole the movie. Like, everything he did, I was like, again, because I don't remember the movie at all. Like, it's been that long since I've watched this. I knew something vampires. I'm like, is this about vampires or is this about witches? Because Salem, you know, I couldn't remember. And then I'm like, oh no, this is vampires. This is
Jerusalem's lot. So crosses and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. But man, this kid was awesome. Like, it's, and just
Great.
like you said, like everything he did, and like there's a badass scene in the church, pulls out his Batman thermos, goes to dip in for holy water. I'm like, this kid's awesome.
He's like, yeah, I just killed him. I need some supplies. Like, what the fuck? Covered in blood.
Just bless this for me. Let's go. I gotta go.
He's got shit to do.
He's going to take out anyone by himself. He doesn't give a
so
shit.
Good. He's so good. I love this kid so much. What a great character. He alone, he drives the movie to a hero. And
Exactly.
He saves the fucking day at the end. I'm like, what is he doing? Holy shit, he's a genius. This kid's body count, and not in a weird way, this kid's body count in a death way is dumb high. He's OP. He's fantastic.
He is. And that's the that's the takeaway for me. Like, this kid is awesome. Love it. Love him. Hero. All because of him. So, Sean?
This was a hero. It could have been greater if there were more characters that I had liked, I guess. I didn't really like any of the characters except for the black kid. Like, I like the girl, but like they fucking, they did what they did to her. So I'm like, damn, like I felt like there could have been more to take on this ragtag team of vampires and whatever the fuck they had going on in this town. Like, there's this one kid doing like, fucking damn near doing the fucking double work of every fucking body. Like the Glenn Powell, like the with fucking the
Glenn Powell.
Fucking Glenn Powell, mini Glenn Powell.
Wish Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Team Glenn Powell.
He didn't really do shit. Like, he did a couple things, but he didn't really do shit. Like, he came into town like he was about to come in and fuck some shit up. He didn't do nothing really. He did like
it all kind of seems like happenstance. Like, I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah,
You're just kind of here when all this shit starts going down.
It was a good movie, but it could have been a greater movie. It could have been a very greater movie if they had like other characters that participate. Like, Alfred Waters' character was okay, but God, she got on my fucking nerves. Like, she was annoying. I was like, I don't like her in this shit. I liked the movie though. I did. I fucking loved it. I thought it was awesome. That was a great vampire movie. That was a great vampire movie. I thought I got, you know what it was? I wanted like fucking Monster Squad kind of shit. Like, I wanted like a bunch of kids.
We needed more kids. We needed a couple more kids. We needed
this could have been This could
two
have been dope.
stories. You
Yeah.
had the adult group and the kids group, and then they kind of meet up at the end. And
What?
they have like the combination and like
What?
yeah.
This would have took that movie to a fucking highest of highest, but it didn't. It
I
had
agree.
one
I
kid.
agree. I agree.
That's why I was pissed about that. Because
But
I thought it was going to be a ragtag. Like they were talking about kids in the beginning, and I thought these kids was all going to come together and be like, "Yo, we about to take on these fucking vampires." That would have been fucking dope. And then you had the adults doing there, like, "Yo, this shit would have been dope." Like everybody didn't have to fucking die in this movie.
Yeah, the whole town got taken over pretty quickly.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Like you could have had a bunch of vampires and other people, but you also could have had a main crew of people. And I didn't like that. I just hated how it just kind of went down to things.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I still like the crew that we did get. Like we got Alfred Woodard's character. We got the teacher, that he's part of
I liked him.
I like the teacher too, man.
I know,
when he
but that's
taken out,
what I'm
I was
saying.
fuck.
These are good things that get you emotionally invested. You're like, oh man, I didn't want him to go down. Fuck.
Yeah, but still, like it still did. I don't know, man. It could have been more. I get it.
I'm still sitting at a hero.
I'm still sitting at a hero too, Steve. I am, but then
I liked it more than I didn't like it. And in today's world, it's hard to get me there. Maybe we're being generous this 31 days with our heroes, but I'm feeling good about this one.
Like this could have been a two. This could have been a two-parter. Like this could have been like part 2 of Salem's Lot if they would have really fucking did this shit well. Like you could have had a whole fucking crew at the end, and then jumping into Salem Lots Part 2, they're fucking hunting down fucking the real fucking Dracula. Like this Dracula could have got away, but they took out the whole fucking town or whatever. And then I'm writing a story, but again, it was a fucking awesome movie, but it just could have been more. That's
spoilers.
Sorry, spoiled this shit already.
I know,
when motherfucking Greyjoy shows up over here, I'm like, well, he's a bad guy. Automatically,
he's always a bad guy.
He's a bad guy in every fucking thing. It's like if Danny Houston showed up, it's like you would just know.
Danny Houston showed up, then we know
you're the bad guy, and he proves to be a bad guy, a little child thief, a little thief of children in the night. That scene,
I hated that scene, man.
That was so beautifully shot, though. The silhouettes and the setting, sun, the sky behind there. That was a great scene. They had some. This movie looked phenomenal. It looked so good. The music was good. The sound, the settings was right. Like you had that one fucking guy from Major League in there with that thick ass Maine accent. The cop.
Yeah, and even the with the kid from fucking Gladiator was he was the gravedigger guy. He was throwing me off the whole time. I'm like, where have I seen this face? But I seen it as a child. Like, where the fuck is this? I'm like,
wasn't he in The Town That Dreaded Sundown too, or something?
He might have been. He was
in one of those. I always get him confused with that kid that he looks like the kid from The Sandlot too. So.
That is true as well. Like because he was there, and he's also wasn't he in Unbreakable?
He was in Unbreakable. That was him.
Yeah,
little bastard.
So yeah, he threw me off. Like for most of the movie, I'm sitting there looking at his face. I'm like, where the hell have I seen this kid?
Here's the other thing. This movie it's a vampire movie, and guess what? All the vampire shit is good. So I can't I'm not mad at how any of it looks. Like all the people vampires look like people vampires, or the head vampire looks different because he's a fucking ancient ass evil head vampire. So I don't know. I think all the vampire stuff kind of checks out in this movie. It all works for me.
Yeah, I agree. Like the vampires look good.
I like their eyes that glow, like the animal glow. Like I think that looks
I kind of like the glowing cross, like when
the LED cross they get.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I kind of like that. I was like, I like.
And you see when he touched the kid with it when he touched the one kid with it, and then he came back later, you could see it was burned into his skin. Yeah. Like
the one thing I didn't like was Alfie Woodard being able to save her ass by giving herself a rabies shot. And
No, right? I
I
was
was
like,
like,
I was like, okay, you're right about that. That does. I'm like, that's a little fast and loose, but all right. It's. I mean,
I gave it.
in all honesty, we're in spoilers. She didn't have much longer to go in the movie, anyways. It's fine. Her death shocked me.
yo, her death was like, damn. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I guess that was it for her.
Yeah,
I mean, we're jumping around, but like, Pullman comes into town. He's there to get some inspiration. He's going to write about his family. He grew up there. Blah 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 blah.
yeah. I mean, his family died in a car accident when he was 9.
He immediately gets hit on and accosted by a very attractive girl from town, and
Very
is on a
cute.
date
She
that
was
night. I'm like, this. Stephen King really thinks the world of writers. He just thinks that writers blow into town and fucking panties drop and
everybody loves his writers,
fucking police are on notice and like, come on.
They're the bad boys of publishing.
But those two kids get snatched by the Greyjoy man. Well, one kid gets snatched, and then I forget how the other boy gets.
He went out into the field because he heard the harmonica, and then he got taken. He got bit.
That's right. That's right. And then he comes back home and he's like, I feel sick, and then he dies immediately after. And then he comes out and kills the gladiator boy. That was a cool scene. With the one thing that threw me off about that scene was, when Homelander's kid comes out of the grave to kill Gladiator's kid, was that like, why are you there with a shovel in the middle of the night, and why is that pile of dirt like
50 feet away
from the fucking hole? Like, God, like he's like picks up the pile, like do dump, do back to the pile. I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like,
yeah.
You're gonna be there for hours. It's a little shovel. Like, God damn.
I guess it makes sense, right? Because you don't want a big dirt pile next to the grave while you're having the.
Yeah, but you're not doing that with a shovel. It's the middle of the night. Get the fucking bobcat over here and fill that shit up in 2 seconds and be done with it.
Go home and do it in the morning.
Because you know what wouldn't happen if you had the bobcat? That little vampire kid would have been like, "Hey," and then it's all over him. Like, and then Gladiator's kid is off to the races. He's going down to the local pub. He's not worried about this vampire kid and all this crazy shit going on.
Yeah,
I was Gladiator's kid. That's funny as shit. It was Gladiator's kid though. But good.
Little Maximus.
What
else?
It's interesting. It's interesting too, man. Because like I think that's what got me with this movie. I loved the little kid. I loved the teacher. Like
the introduction to those characters. The introduction we get to the kid is like he's a new kid at school. This school bully goes and just walks up and punches him in the face, and you're like, God damn. But then he gets up and proceeds to put in the work onto this little kid, and I'm like, yo, this kid treats the schoolyard like the prison yard. He tells these kids afterwards, he's like, if I let him step on me, he would have been stepping on me all year. Like, fuck that kid. I'm like, dang, this kid rules, man. I like this little dude.
I like this room. I like he goes back with the other kids, and he's got all the horror shit everywhere. I was like, this kid's awesome.
It means he's gonna know his shit. When shit comes to shit, he's gonna know what to do.
The shit that bothered me is those little kids walking home by themselves, damn near fucking.
The 70s was a different time, my friend. Different.
Damn, you're right. Fuck, I forgot it was the 70s.
This movie would not take place in 2024. Cell phones and everybody's kids they all got trackers on them now.
But you're right, Sean. Like, especially when that dude creeped up with his car, he's like, "You guys need a ride?" And I was just like, "Yo."
But I forgot they were kidnapping kids in the 70s and the 80s. I forgot.
They
were, but you just didn't know.
They were kidnapping the shit out of kids in the 80s. What are you talking about?
It was like a national pastime.
No. What I'm saying is, like, the kids just didn't. They just still went out. Like, they didn't know better.
Yeah,
like,
because there was no communication until
right. That's what I'm saying. Until what's his face who got that TV show when his son was stolen.
We didn't know what other states looked like.
To this day, that shit still haunts me. Remember that shit, dog? Like, yeah. We're running on the rails, but like, yo, that shit to this day still haunts me, dog. Like, yo, the fact that how that shit happened and what they did and how that kid got found, that was tragic, dog. Like that to this day,
in pieces.
In pieces. They ever found out who killed him?
I can't remember now.
I can't remember either, man. I can't remember either.
Which kid are you talking about?
That was
Was
the
it-
dude from Unsolved Mysteries.
No, not Unsolved Mysteries.
No,
He
you're
did
talking
the
about
other show.
FBI's Most Wanted or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Most Wanted.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his son. Remember, his son got
Is
killed.
it Adam was his name, I think.
Mhm.
Remember
Yeah.
that shit.
It's fucked up.
Trash.
See, like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I got thrown off because
That-
it was that famous one when I was growing up. I know my first name is Steven and Steven. So there was like that whole where that kid, remember, like they kidnapped him and then like he lived with this kidnapper and then the kidnapper kidnapped another kid and then like he escaped with that little kid so that he wouldn't have to deal with that shit. And that
They was kidnapping white kids.
he came back when he was like 18, tried to reacclimate into life, couldn't, got hard into drugs and alcohol, died in a motorcycle wreck like 2 years
Yeah.
later.
I remember that. Yep.
It's fucked up, man. Like it's crazy.
They never kidnap black kids. I ain't never seen motherfucker kidnap a black
They
kid.
do.
They did, but
it's
you don't
just-
hear about it, I guess.
Yeah,
you
you don't
didn't
hear
hear
about it. Sean, it's not spicy television the way
I
a little
know,
blonde
I
white
know.
girl is.
I'm sorry to go off the rails a little. I apologize, but
no, it's all right.
it's just like it was weird.
That scene was a triggering scene for all of us.
It was
Like,
triggering. I was
we're all
like,
dads and stuff, and like I saw that, and I'm like, man, fuck. I was like, and then they walk into the woods. I'm like sitting there. I'm like, man.
And the mom's right there. Did you find him? I'm like,
Oh, when they pulled up in the truck and she started like freaking out, like, is it there? Is it there? I'm like, oh shit.
yeah. So the kid comes to visit. You know, Homelander's kid is a vampire now. Comes to visit our hero of the movie. What's his name in the movie? I forget.
I can't remember now.
Lucas. That's what I was.
I don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to call him Lucas. I'm not trying to. He's not.
He's not in Stranger Things.
I wanted to call him Lucas though. I don't know. Why.
Mark
Petrie.
because
Petrie. They do call him Petrie all the time.
Yeah, because that's his
So-
last name. Petrie.
He goes to visit Petrie and gets into the house, but then, like, that was cool. He was able to kind of snap out of it, pull the cross out, and get the
Yeah,
kid out.
because he had the
room.
cross on that little display that he made. He made like that cemetery display with the crooked cross.
I like the vampire effects too when they get the cross or they get the sunlight or they get the way they fucking vamp out and like disappear in smoke and shit.
The darkness, like the darkness part, like when you see their faces and shit, is like blue and like I like that. That was dope.
Very
Yeah.
cool look. They did a very, very cool look. But then, like, then the town, I guess, just kind of slowly gets taken over, like within a day.
Holy, yeah.
It was quick. Well, I mean, once you get a few, right? Like then they start spreading, right? Like it's a disease, right? Like you bite
One gets that one, and then that.
and
one
now you
gets
got two.
more, and
Two
then
gets
there's-
4. You know what I mean? Like so, you just keep growing.
Yeah, but he ended up killing Mark's parents, right? Like they didn't turn them. Like
Yeah. So they kidnapped Mark. They actually snatched him up.
yeah.
Well, they
took him to
snatched
the
him up
house.
before
But
because
like,
remember him and the teacher broke into the place,
Well, that was
And-
the first. Yeah.
and that's when they
And
had
they
him
got the
hanging
teacher.
upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he escaped.
He got out of that shit. That was dope.
when he got out of it and he nailed dude with the pipe, and then dude fell down, and I was
Murdered
like,
that.
I was like,
dude,
he's
yeah.
gonna run. He's gonna run. Nope,
Nope.
he
He
does
fucking finished him off.
exactly what you're supposed to do.
Finish that
walked up,
motherfucker off.
Looked at that fool in the face and was like, "Yeah, pow!" Gave him another one time. Sent that blood spraying, and that fool dipped. I'm like,
Again,
good
this
for
kid's been
you,
great. I mean,
little dude.
I know I'm going to jump
Every-
here to the jump here.
Every
to the
other
end.
movie, no, don't jump to the end. Every other movie, they would have ran out, and then that dude would have been chasing him, holding his head. 2 seconds later.
That kid was from Compton or New York.
And that's when they bust in on the priest, and the priest is getting talked to by the girl and not Glenn Powell. And they, then the kid busts in. That's when he gives his awesome fucking line about like, I'm just here to get supplies. He's like, oh, I killed him. And the priest is like, wait, you killed him? He's like, I had to. There's the only way I could get out. Are you guys coming or what? Like, this kid is just no nonsense. Like, I am not here to fucking talk to you and apologize about shit. Give me my holy water. Get the fuck out of the way. We got the vampires to kill.
Yeah.
Kid is fucking no nonsense boss shit.
Yeah, he was bossing motherfuckers, dog. He didn't give a fuck. He's like, yo, he even held up in his word. I was gonna help you out, motherfucker. the kid got it. He was like, yo, I told you I was gonna send you home.
And I like that. I like that they don't like, it's cool in Abigail and stuff when they explode and it fountains of blood. Very cool. Yeah. But in this one, it's subtle. They get killed and their eyes change and their teeth shrink and they just go back to looking like normal people. And it's just like,
see,
it's almost sad. It's like
another thing, Steve. I thought that they were going to kill the main vampire and everybody got turned back. See, that's what I thought was going to happen.
I thought so
too. And it kind of sucks for Pullman and this kid, right? Because they're because everybody turns back to normal. Whoever comes up on this town just sees a bunch of dead normal bodies, right? Yeah. They don't see the fangs and shit. They just see like a freaking murder spree happening here, and it's like, what the hell happened? Who's still here? Like, it's kind of nuts.
Well, I mean, it's also the 70s, so by the time any cops get there, these two are long gone, and there's no witnesses, so nobody will ever say who.
Yeah, but did they kill every vampire? Like,
I mean, it seemed like there was nobody else. I mean, this town's a big town. Who knows? But we're only going off of what we can see.
It was tough how everybody was in their fucking cars in the trunk, which is the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, in the middle of an open field with no aerial cover,
like that is the dumbest shit ever. Don't listen. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm gonna be in my house somewhere in the basement.
Yeah, like you couldn't have gone to the high school and all been in the gym or something. Like something like I don't know. But the teacher ends up getting turned over. That sucked. I liked him as a character, and he was a cool looking vampire though, and he was really good. He got the sun treatment. He's the only one of the vampires that gets the sun treatment. So it was cool to see that happen.
No, he's not. At the very end. The very end, a whole bunch of them get
a whole bunch of them get the sun treatment. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Petrie, man murders almost everyone. Like,
so
them all out.
They're going to look for the vampires. This is after it, so the girl gets changed. She gets bit. And that's that whole scene where because Glenn gets picked up by the vampire outside of the church.
Yeah.
Pulled up into the sky.
But it's nuts because her mom, the girl's mom, is not turned.
She's a familiar.
She's gonna be a familiar, and because she wants to keep her daughter around with her.
It's so funny because the familiar for me is like,
what we do in the shadows.
Guillermo.
yeah. This is the Guillermo, but she's a no bullshit Guillermo because she murders Alfred Woodard out of fucking nowhere. Alfred Woodard goes to she's like, oh no, I'll kill this vampire chick. I'll do it. She gets the stake. She's about to stake her. Blam. Shotgun.
Right through it, yeah.
Damn.
I did not expect that. And then she goes into stormtrooper mode and continues to miss everybody else for the next 10 minutes. But it's cool because they're in this big field where they have the drive-in. So the sun is setting. So slowly certain cars are getting covered with shadow and those vampires start coming out, but they can only go so far, So it's like this big cat and mouse game but I really don't feel like not Glenn Powell is trying very hard.
No,
get into the sun. Like, bro, just get in the fucking sun. You're sitting there crouching down. She's got to reload that shotgun. Fucking move. Blam, blam. Run. Get to the sun. Like, I would not have been in the shadows. I would have been in the fucking sun.
Well, also the shadow overtook because of the screen, right, from the drive-in theater. So that was the boss move by Petrie because he jumped in a car and just took down the whole screen.
I didn't know what he was doing when he ran to that car, and then, I thought he was gonna drive. When he got into the car and started driving, because those vampires were all over, not Glenn Powell, and I was like, okay, so he can't just drive over him and kill the vampires. That's not gonna work.
This kid is vampire hunter of the year.
He puts the Frog Brothers to shame.
I was just about to say he should have been in Lost Boys.
Dude, he took out all the stakes and the whole fucking drive-in screen falls. Everybody gets eviscerated. All those vampires get wiped out. So,
that shit was dope. I was like,
and then what? Like not Glenn Powell, Pullman is almost dead to rights to the mom, and he just freaking runs her over.
He kills her too. He takes her out. I'm like, this kid can't get any better. And then what does he do? He finds where the head vampire is hiding. Finds that.
This motherfucker constantly winning.
You know what else he does? He acts as a distraction, completely takes the head vampire's attention away from not Glenn Powell. So head of vampires hunting him, playing whack-a-mole, trying to grab him under the fucking screen, and then gives not Glenn Powell enough time to sneak up behind him, get him with the kill shot.
That was fucking awesome. And his kill shot wasn't the final kill shot. It was the mouth kill shot, like right through the fucking mouth. Then the motherfucker gets up, then you fucking put a sign on it that says not for sale. Right,
boss move. But that also comes after the amazing shot of like the movie screen, the movie projector turning on and the vampire standing there in the rays of it and all illuminated and shit. Yo, what a great shot. Like, I'm telling you, man, I really like this movie. It has some holes. It has some things maybe you could clean up, tighten up, maybe fix here and there. But overall, I had a good time here.
I did too. So, all right. Well, there you go. Check it out. It's on HBO Max streaming. Just started. So definitely check it out. We spoiled the shit out of it, but you'll still get, I still think you'll get some fun out of it. So that's it for tonight. This is Alil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steven. Until tomorrow night, everybody, keep it creepy.